Hey everybody, Kyle and Sarah with Hughes Realty. Today we're talking about appraisals and how we can help support that and potentially net you as a seller more money. Once you get under contract, you're past your option period, the buyer's lender is going to order an appraisal. Now, as real estate agents, we try to push your value when representing a seller as high as possible. And here's what's different about us with Hughes Realty, how we do it. We get the house looking as good as possible. We stage your property, which really shows it the best. When the appraiser comes in, it's a subjective value that they put on.
Yeah, and we tell all of our clients to treat the appraisal as if it's a buyer showing.
100%.
You want your home to look just as good at that point. So if you're starting to pack, put those boxes aside. Make sure it looks and shows great.
Exactly. A lot of people start packing up and all the boxes are out and it's not showing good. There might be dishes. When that appraiser comes in, however, they are supposed to be detailed by the comps only. There is a factor that impacts that. You know, let's say they're having a bad day, they come in and it's dirty, whatever. They're just not going to have a great feeling of that property and may lower the value.
And explaining a little bit more about what a comp is, that is basically the other properties in the neighborhood that have sold that are similar to your property or comparable to your property. And another thing that we do is we will outline a list of features that your property has that other properties in the area may not.
Yeah.
So if you've done any upgrades or improvements, if you've installed like a water softener, or if you put in hardwood floors, anything that you've done that an appraiser may not just be able to see by walking in for a few minutes, we're going to definitely make sure to make a note of that so that they have all the information.
Yeah, it's like a highlight list too, because they might not know all those details. So we're putting it in front of them and saying, hey, here's the highlight list of this property. Here's why it's better than the other properties. If we can get that, make it show good, smell good, look good, and they can build in that, have all the lights on. And that's another thing. We go over and turn on all the lights. So it's when they walk in the door, it's like, wow, this is a nice house. So we really try to show the house as good as possible, and that's just gonna help increase the percentage of your property appraising, netting you money, putting more money in your pocket, and that's just some of the little reasons why we're different.
In addition, we also go ahead and we'll pull comps for the appraiser. So that's part of his job, that's standard, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the top 3 or 4 best comps that are gonna help support your purchase price. So that's gonna be just extra data that's outlined in front of him or her that's really, really gonna help support you as the seller.
Another example of how we help out, we had one house in Georgetown and the lender reached out saying, hey, I don't think it's gonna appraise almost. They kind of just said, hey, do you have supporting data on this too? Which was really cool because we put our heads together and just painted a beautiful picture for this house and really explained why it was worth what it was worth, supported that data, went into the finish out of the property and looked at the other properties in that neighborhood that they didn't have to really justify why that property was what it was, and we ultimately won on that one.
Yes, and because of the work that we did in trying to push the market for the seller, as well as supporting why we thought that was a fair price, we actually helped our seller to net much more money than she had originally anticipated, and we helped push that market for the entire condo development.
So that's just some of the little differences we do that makes such an impact on your bottom line, and that's why you would choose us. So give us a call if you're thinking about selling, and we'd love to chat with you on the steps.